You get to see not only the ups, but also the downs.
Fallon Taylor.
Little lady with a great challenge in front of her. This is Flo.
Baby Flo. She wins the world championship. And the winner's circle for that cowgirl.
In the victory lap, Ellen Taylor will win.
She's riding a new horse, a young horse, out of her champion Flo.
She has absolutely been unstoppable.
What's up, Flomies? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to take you on these last few weeks because we went all over the place and we got to visit some really beautiful places. So I can't wait to take you with us. The first stop, though, is going to be in Blackfoot, Idaho. Now, last year, I literally cried after my run, happy tears, because Lolo ran so fast at this rodeo. I tied with world champion Nellie Miller last year. It was amazing. We have really good vibes at this rodeo. This year, it's a lot more packed. We're running at a perf. We got to stay at this really incredibly beautiful place that's actually in Blackfoot with an amazing family and got to ride around. It was just such a vibe. It might have made me a little soft. I'm not like hinting that I didn't do super great this week, but I am letting you guys know maybe I was a little soft because everything was just so bouge. So let's take you through Blackfoot. Now, I will tell you this, the reason that we stayed off property, which we always stay typically away from the fairgrounds, but this fairgrounds had a fair that was like jam-packed to the gills, thousands of people, and the horse stalls were in the middle of the fair and people literally thought that it was an attraction. So we went to look for stalls, we went to like walk in the barn, and there was a parent letting a child crawl into someone's stall, and I was like, oh yeah, I could just see this going horribly wrong with Hush Money's personality. She's a total introvert, and like someone's child like crawling over her head. So we decided to seek out some different stalls. We found an amazing place. Huge shout out to that ranch for allowing us to crash. It was beautiful. But here is our runs from Blackfoot. So last year this pattern was really big. It was a standard. I ran a 17.4, I believe. And this year it's a really small pattern. Here's my run on Hush Money.
You want to be the world champion? Fallon Taylor from Texas. Moving back to the left. This horse is a 5-year-old named Hush Money. This horse is Mama's her horse, and she rode 2014 to win a gold buckle. Let's go. From Texas. Moving back to the left. This horse is a 5-year-old named Hush Money. This horse is Mama's her horse. She rode 2014 to win a gold buckle. Let's go.
So my run was absolutely beautiful. This is a WPRA Tour rodeo. No points. She's just clocking just a little bit off. This happens this time of season, especially for a 5-year-old that hasn't been down the rodeo road. We're all exhausted. We're tired. It's the end of that rodeo season. So this kind of comes with the territory, unfortunately. But can we give her a round of applause for how beautifully she worked? Okay, now it's time for Cody.
Go ahead.
Guys, we are ready to get out of Blackfoot, head to our next destination, which is another WPRA Tour rodeo at Big Timber, Montana. Now, Big Timber, Montana is about this big, but has a really amazing rodeo crowd that goes and watches. But one of the biggest treats ever is that we get to stay at Stock Ranch. We're here at another rodeo, another tour, not quite yet. We're here at my friend's place. This is Stock Ranch, home of the Stock family. We are honored to be able to stay here. This place is so decadent and rich. Literally just took a picture of all the thermostats that are in this arena that's behind me, because I think that's the biggest flex I've ever seen in an arena. Is like there are 7 thermostats in here because it's the most temperature controlled. These are amazing people, and they are so kind and humble and wonderful, gracious hosts that allow us to come in for 12 hours and crash their place and dirty up their stalls and stay in their guest bunks and leave, and we're so grateful for them. So we're very excited. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to breed to one of their stallions too. So behind me is their 1,700 acre estate. It's absolutely gorgeous here. I wish everyone could have a chance to be around people this cool and fun, and just I can't explain to you enough the vibe here and how immaculate it is. Now we have to drive 60 miles to get to Big Timber, and it's a small like festival of a rodeo. It's a little bitty rodeo, but it is a tour rodeo for us. So we're excited. We've never run in a performance here. We've only run in the Slack last year, where Lolo and I placed, and Cody and Mojo, me and Hush Money are ready to go back and see if we can get some more Big Timber money.
Now let's meet our next contestant.
Okay, again, Hush Money made an absolutely gorgeous run, but just a little bit off the pace. This is kind of what I would call a slump. Like, this is what happens, and you can do two things in a slump. You can ride it out and just keep going through to the other side, or you can start changing up everything and make yourself into a complete crap storm of quicksand of loss and failure. So my advice to you is, if you start going through a little bit of a slump where not a ton of things are going wrong, but you're just not clocking where you want to be, just keep going. Just keep going. Like, put your head down and realize that's just where you're at for this moment. So that's where we're at for this moment. Gorgeous run. My horse is working beautifully. I'm so happy that she's sound and healthy, and we're going to take that as a win. She's still really, really competitive, and just a 10th off Lolo from last year in this same arena. But now it's time for Cody's run.
Go ahead, Cody.
Okay, kind of the same thing for Cody. She ran in, had a great run, and the time just wasn't there. I have to give this up to, we are still in our heads asleep in our beautiful cabins at Stock Ranch, and maybe that just like made us so calm that we did not quite hit the mark. I don't want to blame Stock Ranch, but we are so honored that these horses are still working. It's been a long rodeo year, and we're proud of them. And guys, who's riding better than Cody right now? Because like, not many of us are doing that. She is kicking ass, and I'm so proud of her. All right, it's time to get on to the next stop. Okay, so now it's time to go home for just a little while. We're gonna kind of reload, recompose ourselves, and, or what do they say in the airport? Recombobulate? We're gonna recombobulate at home and hit a couple of more tour rodeos. I have a big surprise coming up. I can't get to my surprise. That's behind me right now. But I can't get to my surprise because it's kind of on the other side of the country. So we're gonna go to Spring Hill, but I do have someone on my mind this entire time. Time to make a run at Spring Hill. We're in the Slack this year. I didn't really have much luck at this rodeo last year. I don't think Cody did either. We're gonna make a run. I'm gonna run Lolo this year. All right, Spring Hill. I thought my run on Lolo was absolutely gorgeous. She's a horse that requires a lot of runs in between to really feel like she's super sharp and ready to rock and roll. But I know Hush Money was excited about the break. It's time for Cody to make a run now. smoked another run. You guys, we are getting down to the wire. Cody just did absolutely amazing. She's gonna get bumped out of a check at Spring Hill, but like when you're just this close to placing at every pro rodeo you go to, so proud of her. She's put in the hard work. You guys have seen it for years. 2 whole years of her dedicating and grinding and pushing as hard as possible. And now she gets to enjoy the fruits of those labors. So it wasn't easy for anybody. She didn't luck into this. She's been very fortunate with the way that she has dedicated herself and her time to her journey. And for that, we give her props. Okay, so we will fill in the gaps of this story later, but we're gonna go across the country on the West Coast to go all the way back to Cordova, Maryland. We only go up here once a year for WPRA tours, but this year they put so many amazing rodeos all packed together. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna show you Cody's amazing runs from Cordova, Maryland, because they're so good. And yes, when you're watching this, yes, the ground is black. They call it powder, what do they call it? Powder rock?
Wild.
Yeah, it's black. It is black. It reads gray like on camera when I was trying to take pictures of it, but it is black dirt rock stuff. So I want you to see these runs because they're absolutely amazing.
Baby back, ayy, couple racks, ayy, couple Grammys on him, couple packs, ayy, that's a fact, ayy, throw it back, ayy, throw it back, ayy, and this one is for the champion.
Talk about the impact that Fallon has had, and the next talent that you're going to meet is, well, she's felt that impact. She's been mentored by that world champion, that 7-time national finalist, and Cody Harmon. This is a young lady who is following in the footsteps of her hero and best friend. Mojo is the horse. Cody Harmon is the cowgirl. Got money from Michigan to Utah to Iowa. Wants to get some money out of Maryland. Riding a horse that is a champion in his own right. It's up to you, Cody. Let's fly. Go, go, go. 16:21, that's money.
Cody smoked runs. She won a check both days. Absolutely gorgeous. I think that for this being our end of season run, it's absolutely phenomenal to just put a bow on the year and again, take a moment to be like, Cody, you rock. What an amazing, amazing, amazing little bow on 2021. So amazing. You guys, that is it for today's vlog. I'm so excited that you were able to join us. Thanks for going coast to coast with us today. I know this was a whole lot, but we're so excited you get to see not only the ups, but also the downs, and hopefully you get some encouragement anytime you hit a slump. As always, you guys, if you're not already subscribed, please make sure to subscribe, ding the notification bell, because I can't wait to tell you some really big news coming up. We're very excited to share with you. You guys, as always, don't forget to count your blessings, drink your protein, and say thank you to Jesus. See you next time.